Okay, welcome. We're live again on the air. This is Jay Elwood with your weekly investment message. Again, I'm trying to teach you how to experience real wealth, real income, and through real knowledge. Last week I spoke about why you should listen to me. This week we're going to talk about, well, will this system that I'm going to teach you really work for you? I'm sure a lot of you are saying, oh, John can do this stuff, or Jay Elwood can do this stuff, but will it work for me? Well, I can't guarantee it because some people can screw up anything. I can tell them exactly how to do something. I can give them the answers to a test ahead of time, and they'll still somehow mess it up. But I believe just about anybody who has the ability to come and watch this either on YouTube or live during the Google Hangout can do these simple tasks. This program is based on sound principles that have been around, some of them almost 100 years, a lot of common sense, and my 2 decades plus of experience. So you may be asking, hey, what do I need to be able to know or be able to do to be successful at this? Well, I have found that there are some certain basic abilities that will help anyone to be successful. First, of course, is you have to have the basic ability to set up a brokerage account. If you can't do that, there are all sorts of places out there. I'm not recommending one, but some of the more popular ones are TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab. They will teach you how to set up and use one of their accounts. Of course, I recommend that you don't necessarily accept their advice. They make money off of commissions of you trading stocks and other investments back and forth using their web-based platform. So I found for me, their advice tends to lead you to trading more often because the more often you trade, the more money they make. Make sense? So another basic ability that I think you have to have is you have to have the ability to manage your money. Money management skills are very important. And we're actually going to spend the next lesson on some different money management strategies. If you don't have good control over your money, if money tends to control you, very unlikely you'll do very well at using your money to make more money. Makes sense, doesn't it? So, other basic abilities that you need. One is I've found that to be successful in anything, you need discipline. Doesn't matter whether it's sports, doesn't matter whether it's playing the piano, learning any type of skill, learning to invest, you need some discipline. There's a saying on Wall Street. They call people who think that investments are going to go up bulls. You may have heard the term, so and so is bullish on Microsoft. That means he thinks it's going to go up in value. You may have heard the term bear. A bear is someone who thinks that an investment is going to go down in value. So if the person thought that Microsoft was going to go down, they would say, yes, I'm bearish on Microsoft. There's another group of people on Wall Street, and unfortunately, a lot of the everyday traders that trade from their house fall into this group. And that's the group who is just kind of greedy. They're looking for the home run every time. They're looking to make a whole bunch of money off of one trade. They're looking for some special system that's going to make them rich overnight. And that group on Wall Street they call the pigs. And they have an old saying that goes around with it that speaks directly to discipline. And the saying is, bulls make money in the market, bears make money in the market, but pigs get slaughtered. And you'll find the people going through home runs, maybe even you knew some of them intimately in the late 1990s, put money in very speculative things back when everything seemed to go up, and then come around March of 2000, lost it all. You don't want to be a pig. You can be bullish, you can be bearish. Hopefully I'll teach you the right time to be a bull or a bear. But remember, pigs get slaughtered. The way to avoid being a pig is through discipline. The second thing you need is some math skills. I promise you that you do not need rocket science. There's no calculus in the system. There's not even any really serious algebra in the system. I've taken a lot of the formulas and stuff that were developed by some very, very smart people, and I've boiled them all down to the 5th and 6th grade level. If you find you can't handle the 5th and 6th grade math I talk about, then find a 5th or 6th grader to do it for you, or someone else. Maybe you have a spouse. But there's no serious math, but yes, you will have to add and subtract, maybe a couple percentages. You will have to know what number is greater than the other number. But it's really, really simple stuff. There's nothing that complicated with the market. There are people out there that try and tell you there is, but there's really nothing that complicated. You want to buy stuff at a low price that will make you money over time, and you want to avoid stuff that's at a high price. It's that simple. It's amazing how many people do it at like the supermarket all the time and don't do it in the stock market. The next thing is you need a lot of patience. The bulls and bears and pigs come back at that time also. You always have to fight you always have to fight the factors of fear and greed. And I'm going to have to edit this out of the broadcast. You're going to have to fight the factors of fear and greed, and you're going to have to learn the difference between being an investor and being a trader. What I'm teaching is the principle of becoming the boss by buying a portion of a company through stocks and letting that company make you money over time, basically as a mini owner of that company. I'm not teaching you buying something, hoping it goes up real quick and selling it and getting rid of it. To me, that's almost like you might as well go to the casino. So, anyway, the other thing you need is confidence. You need to develop in yourself the attitude of a boss. And the attitude of a boss is different than the attitude of an employee. You need to start thinking like a person who owns a company. And you need to start having confidence in yourself that, hey, we're going to go with what decisions we make, and we're going to see where it goes. Haven't you ever had a boss that's made a decision that's turned out to not be that dumb? Or turned out to be kind of dumb? They were still the boss afterwards, weren't they? And you have to keep that in mind also. It's not the world of the employee where you get yelled at for doing something wrong and where you're waiting around for someone else to give you direction or orders what to do. You're going to become your own person. So, also you need to understand the attitude, like I mentioned before, that buying investments is not all that difficult. It's really just some simple math. And it's really as simple as buying stuff on sale at the store. You just have to learn the skills to know what's on sale. There's other people that want your money or want you to invest with them, so they try to make it seem a lot more complicated than what it is. The other thing you need to do is you have to make a time commitment. Now, I'm able to manage 2 groups of stocks, about 8 stocks each, one for myself in my individualized retirement account, my IRA, and one for my wife in her IRA, and it takes me about 3 hours a week. Now, it's really kind of strange in that it will also depend on what's going on in the markets at the time, what's going on with your individual companies that you own at the time. Sometimes, like between about, December of 2007 and spring of 2010, I spent a lot more time than that each week. For the last year or so, I haven't spent much time at all because all my investments have been doing what's called going sideways, which means they haven't went down a lot in price, but they haven't went up a lot in price either, and I just sit and collect my dividend payments from them. So for you or anyone else that I suggest gets into this, I would suggest that before you get into it, you look at your schedule and you find 2 hours each week, every week, that you're going to devote to learning the skills and looking at the markets. So let's review really quick. The skills that you need that you can do very well with are actually the, I don't know if you call them skills or traits, but what you need to do very well are, you need, whoops, let me get it there. Here you go. You need discipline, you need math skills, you need patience, you need confidence, and you do have to commit the time to do what you need to do each week to both get better and to be successful. So are you ready to join me? Great. Next time, we're going to talk about money management. And remember, there's a new golden rule, and that is, he who has the gold makes the rules. Thank you.